introducing a new concept to our dog, we want to do it in a less distracting environment. The first thing I like to teach any dog that I work with is how to look at me in the eye. Because remember, if you can get your dog's eyes, you can communicate with them much easier. This is really simple. I've got a tiny piece of chicken here. I'm going to let him know I
Dogs have ears. They can listen to you. They don't have to always look at you for everything.
Yeah.
have it. In fact, just to get him a little motivated, I'm just going to give him a piece of chicken for the heck of it to let him know.
Just for the heck of it.
Something good. We're going to hold the chicken up to our eyes. Look. Yes. Good. I'm simply saying yes right now to let him know that that equals chicken coming to him. Does that make sense? So check it out. Watch this. I'm going to hold the chicken up again to my eyes. You can even make a sound like that if they're distractible. Just get them looking to your face. Yes. Very good. But I don't want him ultimately looking at this chicken. You see, I want him looking into my eyes. So look right here. Nothing in my hand. Right here. Look. Look at me. Yes. Good. By no longer holding a treat up to my eyes and
Again, not giving interaction, immediately dog jumping all over him. And especially, again, listen, like, obviously we're fans of pit bulls. We like pit bulls here, right? But you got a high-energy dog. Look at this split screen of him just, like, lunging at something off camera, right? You have a pit bull, a high-energy dog, and now all of a sudden we're telling them, again, get more amped up. We're not addressing those problems that are ultimately going to get these dogs rehomed. And then when they get more amped up, when guests are coming over or situations where you're not in low distracting environments, and then they start jumping all over new people and biting at their clothes and this and that, that so commonly gets misconstrued as aggression. And that's how dogs get put down.
using my hand instead. I'm teaching him to look to my eyes rather than looking at a tree. With a high-energy dog like this, it's really important to kind of pick up the pace. Yes. Smart dogs are really aware of their environment, and you've got to give them a reason to keep paying attention to you. Yes, good. I really want to make sure I'm good.
That's another thing. So here's the thing, right? So realistically, let's say we wanted to take a positive only training approach with this, right? This is something that we'll do with young puppies and stuff. The first thing I teach them is not look at me. Look at me does not matter. I have never in my life with my clients' dogs needed to teach the dog to make eye contact before, because here's the thing. If my dog downs every time I ask him to down, and they walk on a leash perfectly, and they sit every time I ask them to sit, and they come when called, does it matter if they make direct eye contact with me the entire time? No. So teach the things that actually matter. You know what actually matters in this situation? Not looking at you, because the dog can still jump all over you and look at you.
Yeah.
The first thing you teach them is that they only get rewarded if they're not jumping, right? Which, listen, that's a common positive only thing that they teach. And I'm sure, or at least I would hope at some point in this video, he will kind of discuss that concept. But I would get my treats. I would stand up. Don't get on the floor with a dog like this, because you're just teaching them to be all over you. I would stand up. I would hold the treats, and I would use, getting into the science of things, negative punishment, which means removing rewards to decrease the likelihood of a behavior anytime he jumps on me.
Yeah.
And then when he's no longer jumping and he's stable on the ground, that's when I would mark and reward, right? So you immediately start getting it into their head that jumping doesn't get anything, and staying on the ground, not even necessarily sitting, is what is getting you rewarded.
Yeah.
Deliberate when talking to him. Look at me. Yes, good.
Also, that's not how you layer in a cue. You don't go, look at me, look at me, look at me. We talked about this in a vlog the other day of conditioning and cues. You have to teach the behavior first. So we have to get the dog maintaining eye contact first, so that we could then put a cue before the behavior and before we give the help, because that's, again, the science of how classical conditioning works.
Said look at me only when I had eye contact, because he doesn't know the word yet.
You don't say look at me when the dog is making eye contact. You say look at me before the dog gives eye contact. Also, don't do multiple syllable commands. That's confusing for dogs.